no change.
Yeah, and this is the point then that if he underwent no change, then in what sense has he actually suffered death? Because it would seem as if the second person of the Holy Trinity existed from all eternity as an unchangeable being. He just assumed a sort of unity with a physical object in this world, almost like a cloak. He wore that for a while, and then he abandoned it later on. And he's still the unchangeable, eternal second person of the Holy Trinity. In what sense did the second person experience death?
By the way, in our view, we do not believe he ever abandoned it, ever, at any point. The whole purpose of all of the actions that he's doing is the restoration and salvation of human nature. And that's, in our view, why we believe all men are resurrected, is because Christ assumed human nature and thereby extends this power to the totality of human nature being even the wicked, we believe, are resurrected on the basis of this incarnation. That doesn't mean that they're going to be saved, but so no, he was never separated from God. He never underwent change in his divine nature, but he did assume a human nature that was able to undergo change. I mean, he walked around, he ate. We believe he slept, right? Not because he, in his divinity, needed those things, but he did it all for our sake. So, as St. Gregory Nazianzus says, everything that Christ did, he did for our sakes. Whatever is not assumed in the human nature is not healed, but because he assumed the totality of our human nature and he lived through every stage of humanity, as Irenaeus says in terms of the recapitulation, he recapitulated all the stages of human life from birth all the way to mature adulthood. So he's thereby able to save anybody in any state. And in fact, that salvation will come to all human nature. But how we as individuals lived according to God's law or
Response time.
violated God's law will determine how we experience the afterlife.